What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a money play found in bunch quads. It's a 5-wide formation in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. The play is bunch trail. Now when you come out, it's automatically just an audible for you, so you can either come out in a different play and audible into it, or you can just come out in it as well. The setup for this, if we just audible into bunch trail real fast, RB is kind of a little deceiving. Sometimes he'll run a spot route, so just to get rid of that, I always want to have him on a drag instead. Always have a drag, so I don't have to read and react to how he's going to play. In a cover 4 quarters, our reads are just as the same as man defense. It's going to be Juju Smith on this comeback route. Now in this particular coverage, we can also look for Moncrief on this post or the corner route, but it just all depends on how they shape. So always looking for Juju Smith against cover 4 quarters. So we're going to go ahead and stunt the ball, look for the comeback route, just toast our man and just, oh my lord, break his ankles. We'll also look for the corner out as well. If we go back into it again, putting this guy on a drag. For the rest of it, it's all ran stock. We'll look for Moncrief running this corner out. You can see dot on the sideline. So those are your two options. Again, you can take the drag depending on how the defense reacts, how the user reacts. Always dragging RB. We'll see how well he plays in this particular one. So you can see right there, they play it really well. They take away the flats. The quarter flats come down and play as they should. Kind of reroute the comeback route or needed vertical threats, and then we are still able to get the corner out or the comeback route. So now we're going to go into a cover 0, pinch bug 0. For a cover 0, if they're sending 6 at you, you've got to be really fast on the decision that you're going to make. There's going to be somebody open immediately on this. As always, make sure you have RB on a drag. Be quick about your decision. If they're sending 6, you've got 5, how many is it? 5 receivers. There's only 4 manned up people, so somebody will be open. In this particular example, RB will always be open. So right here, we're going to go ahead and look for RB. Bam. Dot. Oh, we almost take it, or almost able to take it to the house against a cover 0. Now, if we go into a cover 2 man, cover 0, you can also do this. You can block your tight end. Kind of show what the play out looks like. As always, drag RB. You can look for your comeback route as well. Now, in this particular way we set it up, we will successfully block this 6-man pass rush and easily get this comeback route to be wide open. Now, right here, he kind of got bumped, but we're still able to get away with it. Now, you notice the drag kind of gets a little bit of a speed boost, in which case we're able to get it in as well. So now with cover 2, we're going to audible into Tampa 2. We're going to go ahead and drag. Now, this one I really like against cover 2. The reason for that is because I'll show you guys the setup that they're going to do for cover 2. This is pretty much how they're going to run a cover 2 almost every single time if you're going against an okay player. From here, what they'll do is they'll hop onto this linebacker, this middle linebacker, and user. They're going to attempt to bait you on the angle route. So be careful with what you throw. You may be able to get away with that 1 or 2 times, maybe 1 time if you're going against a good player before they bait you. Otherwise, you're going to take your drag. So this is with cloud flats on the field. So let's go ahead and set this bad boy up. I'm going to hop off of the linebacker, let the vertical hook play as is. So you can see right here. Bam, we've got the drag open immediately. We're going to fall down. You also have that delayed angle route, but again, be careful with the user. With this particular play in the cover 2, it's all about reading how the user is reacting. I audibled into the wrong one. It's all about reading how the user is reacting. So we'll put A back into a middle third. It's always drag him. The corner out will not be open in this particular situation, so don't look for Moncrief, don't look for Connor. Those are not the reads. It's all about really flooding the middle of the field and making the user decide who he's going to bait or who he's going to lurk. So be careful with the angle route. Drag route, if they decide to lurk it, you'll notice sometimes they'll come down and they may lurk the angle route. Instead, we're able to get that off against the computer. But if they decide to come back on that angle route, you're going to have the drag route wide open. It's audible into cover 2. I'll show you guys, kind of give my best representation of what may happen. So I'm going to try my best to use her while throwing a pass as well. So same thing, look for the drag. I might come down and play the drag, and then bite down to the angle route, in which case we still have a good gain of 5 yards. With cloud flats being on the field, they're not going to cover the drag, they're going to cover the comeback route. So let's go into a hard flat now. I'm going to shade underneath this time with hard flat. So now it's no longer a temp 2, it's cover 2 hard flat. This time again, drag RB, we're looking for the comeback route. We're going to stop the ball, Look for that comeback route to get wide open. It is super easy. Wow, as Earl Thomas just lays the lumber on Juju Smith. It's super easy to do. We can also now, if we notice they're starting to take underneath away, we can now begin to look for the corner out on the right side of the field as well. So let's just change this into a cover 2 hard flat. And we're going to look for Moncrief on the sidelines. He'll get open at this point in time as well, since now they're thinking, okay, I need a shade underneath to take the drag route away. We're going to take over the top. Very, very basic Madden. The last formation, the last coverage I want to go over is a cover 3. Now, there's 2 different ones we can look for right here. We can, again, drag RB. We can look for the comeback route depending on how the curl flat plays it. Or we can look for Moncrief on the corner route. Or we can look for Washington on the drag. Again, this just all depends on how the defense is playing. Again, be aware of the user. The user is going to attempt to bait you if you get away with it once. If they're a good user, you're not going to get away with it a second time. They're going to lurk you on that angle route. So be extremely careful with just blindly throwing that angle route. If you notice they're playing underneath with hard flats, then you're going to have the comeback route. Stock, you're going to have the comeback route. Over the top, you're going to have the underneath. Really simple. So let's go ahead and look for the comeback route in this particular situation. So again, drag RB. Looking for the comeback route. Bam. Easy dot possession catch. This time, we're going to look for the corner route. Same exact thing. We're looking for a possession catch on the sideline. Drag RB. Let's dot him up on the sideline. So, bam, 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 bada bing, bada boom, dot. Dot, 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 dot. Doesn't matter what kind of things they do. So, let's go into cover 3. Let's change this bad boy into cover 3. Hard flat. Curl route's going to be wide open. Corner route's going to be wide open. RB, since we get underneath, is going to be taken away by the hook curls. So, we're going to look for the comeback route or the corner route. I'm going to throw either one of them without a care in the world for dots on dots. So that's going to take care of this video. It's a super solid money play on bunch quads. Again, it's going to struggle against people sending 7 at you. But if you just run as is, you could, if they send 7 at you, let's just go ahead and set this bad boy up. If they decide to do that to you, well, you're going to have really quick throws as well. So bam. RB on the drag, you got your tight end on the angle route, you've got your corner route up the seam. Really, really quick developing stuff. Let's do that one more time. You got to be careful with that comeback route. The comeback route's going to be bagged very easily. So, again, RB on a drag. We'll see if we can fit Moncrief in on this corner route. That, with how deep or how shallow the deep blue is, he'll cover it for a brief second. But again, with cloud flats, it's not going to be open as well as you think on the sideline. So you can maybe force it in there really quickly. You can see right there, we're able to force it in with a little snap throw. It's no hesitation, just throw it without worries and possession catch. You'll get inside the leverage of the safety. So if they're showing blitz, don't look to block it out of this 5 wide, look to dot it. Really simple, really effective. So if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more money plays, blitzes, tips, etc. And until next time, this has been T-Meister. Get in the lab. See ya.